Hi friends, welcome to another video. My name is Barb Ryder. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Michigan, and I'm here today to share our Waterside Retreat bundle and designer paper. I have two really great cards, so thanks for joining me. Let's turn the camera down and get started. So page 20 is where you will find the information about Waterside Retreat, the whole suite, and as you go through the catalog, you'll find back here in the back that you will see the bundles, you'll see paper, it's all individualized. However, you still have all the numbers on page 20 in the May to August Stampin' Up! Catalog. So we're going to use that. Let me go ahead and move this out of the way. This is our stamp set, and then we have the dies. So I just realized that I might have to step away for a second to die cut because I did not bring my little die cut over here. Okay, so what I'm going to use is actually I am going to use our 3x3 flip flaps to create one of the cards, which is a fun fold, and then these are no longer available, but at one point these were available, and they're just the gold labels, the sheets, so we will use those. And I believe I've got everything already out of the folder here. So this will be our first card, a pretty easy card, but just show you a couple little fun tips here. So let's grab that. Okay, so what we have, I have taken the 12x12 designer paper and I have cut this down to, I believe, 3 3/4 by 5. So let's just double check. Yep, 3 3/4 by 5. And then I have taken a piece of pecan pie, which coordinates with the designer paper. This is 5 1/4 by 4. And for the inside, we have basic white, which is 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. And then our card base is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2 pool party. And then I'm just going to fold this over with our bone folder. Now you could use your cutter and your score blade to do that too if you'd like. All right, so let me pull my stuff over here for me, and let's stamp the inside of the card. I have some of the kind of prairie grass, I don't know what you call it, but we're going to be using gray granite. That's one of the other colors that's in here. So let's grab gray granite. Excuse me. Now, if you are catching this, let me know that you are watching. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I sure wish that you might take a minute and do that so that you'll get notifications every time that I upload a video. And let's just bring this up a little bit higher and then do another kind of behind there. Perfect. Oh, I still need that. All right, so in my, I guess I did not take the tag off of this. Okay, I thought I did. I don't see it here. So those tags are right here. Interesting. I swore I took the tag off, that particular tag. Let's see if I can, right here, this is the tag that I used. And some of them had gold and some of them did not. So this one doesn't, and we're going to use that one. I guess I'll leave these out in case I missed some on the other one. All right. Okay, so we want to have the circle to the right. So I'm going to take my little grass here. Oh, actually, I'm going to take the smaller grass. There is a smaller little grass in here, so we're going to take that one. And I'm just going to put that right on the edge at the bottom. And let's just ink that up again and put a little one down here. I'm going to stamp off and then come back up with some of the lighter there we go. Now we're done with that. All right. Now the other thing is I am going to use, I've been a demonstrator for 25 years, so as some of you, I still have my markers that coordinate with my colors. Now that Stampin' Up! No longer carries the markers, you could use your Stampin' Blend, you could use your markers. I'm just going to use my markers because you really kind of use it the same way. And got my pecan marker here. And I'm just going to take my brush tip end and I'm just going to bring that and color around the edge, just like this. All that does is it gives it a nice little, what do I want to say? It helps it stand out against the background that it's going to be going against. Can you see that outline there? So yeah, if you have your markers, that's a good way to use your markers that you still have. All right, our next, the next thing we're going to do is, I need pecan pie and it's not right here in front of me. So, oh, here it is. Yes, it is. Sorry, it's underneath here. There we go. I'm going to use pecan pie and we're going to say, have a great birthday. And stamp it on the tag where there's a lighter amount. There we go, kind of up higher, just like that. Alrighty, and over here, I like to clean my stamps as I go. That way I know they're ready for the next color. I don't have to think, oh, did I clean that or not? Okay, we are ready to put everything together. This is a pretty easy, simple card, but it just gives you a way to, now you could use any of your dies to create this tag. We just did, this is a couple cards that I had done at my retreat, one-day retreat back a while back in May, and that's how we had the labels. That's where we used the labels and did things with that. Okay, so there's that. Now, let's go ahead. I'm going to set this aside again, and let's put this piece together before we put our gray granite on. So this will fit in here nicely. It coordinates nicely. The color is perfect. Just like that. Okay. And then what we're going to do is this, you can do one of two things. You can bring this baby around and you can put both of them through the hole, that kind of thing, or you can take the piece of ribbon, and I'm going to take this and we're going to tape this down. Let me see where I make sure I have it where I want my tag to be. Kind of right there. Okay, so there we go. That's kind of where I want my tag to go, so I want it to line up with that. And then let's take some adhesive, push this piece down, let's cut this off, and do the same over here, just like that. Whoops, that didn't come out too straight, did it? Let's readjust. Okay, that's a little straighter. Beautiful. All right, we are going to take some dimensionals, and I am going to straddle them at the top and the bottom so I'm not straight on the ribbon itself. So let me just cut these pieces apart so I have dimensionals to use here. So let's have one kind of there and one right there. All right. And then we're just going to literally glue this down, put that down right there. Okay, that's what I got. Now all I'm going to do, I'm going to take and make a little knot, and I'm just going to put it on with a glue dot. So you don't have to go through that hole, but we're covering that hole up. Does that make sense? I hope so. Just a little tip there. All right, I need my ribbon scissors for this. And so there. And there. Okay. Let me grab a mini glue dot over here. And put that here. And that'll just go right there. And who knew that there was not a, you know, you don't even know that that wasn't tied in that hole. And lastly, we're just going to put this on the front of our card base. And this nice little layout is all done. Okay, there we go. That's what we have. So there's one idea with the relaxing Waterside. Let's go ahead and do the next card. Now this next card is like a fun fold because I'm using the flip flaps. And I wanted a way to use those flip flaps. Just show you a way you can use them besides scrapbooking. I guess that's what I wanted to do. So let's get all those parts and pieces here. And let me share the card with you. So here is the card. And you have your little bird up on the roof kind of area there. This will, he kind of holds down the flap. So this is going to come out here. This is going to open up. Then you have a flap that goes up with just designer paper there. You have Today's Your Day. I stamped on all of the designer paper here. Then we have this fun inside to give you more of using the chair die. That is one of the chair dies that's in there. And then this is part of the designer paper. It's there's a page that has like, I've already got it all cut apart. I was going to bring it over here. I don't know if you can see, but there's all kinds of, you can't really see. Here's one. These two pieces are part of that big page that is in the designer paper. Anyway, I've cut that apart, and this is from that main page, and this piece is from the main page. So, a couple steps on how to do this here. So, some of it I've got done so that you don't have to see all the cutting of the paper and all of those things, okay? So, here's what we have. We have another card base, which is the pool party, and again, I'm just going to fold this in half. Now, this is actually, let me see here. Okay, here's our card. Let me see. Let me move this to a different spot so I can leave the card right there so you can see the card. Okay, let me move this over here. Our card base is a little bit smaller. Our card base is actually 8 inches by 5 1/4. Okay, that's our card base. So let's put that down here. And again, let me just score this. Okay, that's what we have. And then what's going to happen is, not yet, but that is going to go on to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So there's that. And our card will open. So the white is going to be our base, and then this is our card in the front. All right, so that's going to go aside. So like I said, we've got this piece cut. We have this designer piece cut. We have, and so those are designs that you have to cut specifically to what they are. This is a 3 by 3. This is a 3 by 3. This piece of paper is a 3x3. Okay, that's what's on the back of these. And this is my chair piece. And our birds are going to be our base on the inside. So that is 3 3/4 by 5. And that's what we're going to go with for the moment. Okay, so if you are recreating this card, cutting your designer paper first, you're going to cut, like I said, these are the designs that are 3x3, 3x3, 3x3. We need those. Design, design, and then this piece I think was 3 3/4 by 5, right? Yes. So let's put this down, and that's going to be our base on the inside of our card. Looks so pretty. Let me see, make sure I'm not doing this wrong. Nope, wait a minute. We're good. I want to make sure on the flip flaps. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do are the flip flaps. So there are 2 that I have here. And if you've never used these, you've got the piece that comes off like this, okay? There's also it folds over, and that's what makes it do the flipping and the flapping. So you want to fold that back and forth so you have those ready, okay? And I am going to do this so that my opening is this way. And so what that means is I can't. I have to do it this way, because here's what I want to do. Yeah, I'm correct. I am correct, because this is going to go behind here, okay? This is going to go behind here like this, okay? And this piece is going to go behind here, up here. Now, when I put these together, I kind of want them to match up as close as I can. So I'm going to be over here to the right of my paper. See that? Hopefully you'll be, I mean, it looks like you can see it fine in the recording. What I can see is in my recording right now. But that's what I'm going to do. So those are going to go like that. So let's just do one at a time. And let's take the backing off of this one. Okay, I guess I lied about that. I was right. The flip flap has to, there we go. Alright, so let's go ahead, and that's going to stick on the back of here, because again, this is going to go on the, and make sure that it folds over good for you. Okay, now it's stuck. And we're going to have a backing on this, so this won't show. Alright, so let me see if I got this the right way. Yep, this is the white piece. Okay, so take off your little adhesive there, and I'm going to bring this up. I don't know if you can see, but I'm going to bring this so that I'm kind of in the same line as the other one. Come right up to the edge like that, and then just stick it down once you get it right where you know that your flip flap will open. That's what I want to say. So kind of right on that crease. Okay, and then stick that down. So now you've got up and side. All right. So there we go. There we go. Now what I'm going to do here is I've got this piece for the front. Now if you wanted to just keep this on the inside, you could, but this is your front, there's your, but this, and then your birds are upside down. So that's the reason that I chose a different one to go inside here. So do I want it like that, or do I want it like that? I think I'm going to go that way. Okay, so now this just is just going to slide right in here. Make sure you got it the right way. Where's my opening? That's right. Oh, here we go. It's because I have the opening on the top. It doesn't matter whether your opening's on the top or underneath. You just have to find it. Okay, Barbie. It's right here. Guess I just need to move my piece around. There we go. How hard was that, Barb? Goodness gracious. There we go. Okay, before we put this one in, we need to stamp on here. And I'm going to stamp, today is your day. And so, let's go ahead. I'm going to just, I use my, let's see, pecan pie? I don't know. Oh, I used gray granite for this, or crumb cake. Well, if you're doing the other card, you've got your pecan pie. You can use whatever you want. I think I'm going to go ahead and use the crumb cake, because that'll show. I'm pretty sure that's what I used. So if you want it darker, you could use the pumpkin pie, the pecan pie. I'm just going to see how dark it is there. Maybe I'm going to go ahead and use my pecan pie, make it a little darker. Okay. Let's close this up for now. We'll use this again in a moment. All right, pecan pie. So, I'm just going to take this, today's your day, and I'm going to stamp it right here. Let's ink that up again. I'm just going to stamp it in between each line so that it is a today's your day progression. There we go. And one more. Just like that. All right. Now, let's stamp our little birdie. And we'll grab a scrap here so I can stamp him and just slide over to my die cut machine. 1 second here. 1 second, and let me grab some scrap. Okay, and I'm going to stick this in my flip flap so that it's not in our way, and that's going to go like this. Okay, come on. Do you go in there or on the front? Okay, I guess it goes on the front. There we go. Okay, there we are. Okay, see that? Beautiful. Okay, clean the stamp. And it didn't get it all the way clean when I just did that. Okay. So here's our scrap paper. We're going to do the seagull in gray granite. Yeah, nope, this is crumb cake. Yeah, crumb cake. Okay, crumb cake, birdie, there we are. I need to die cut that out really quick, so sorry for the pause. I didn't realize I didn't have I had my mini machine in my other class area, and yeah. So 1 second, there's that. I tried to have everything already die cut, but I missed this one. So, let's see, bird, here he is, right here. And we are going to be using this and this for our chair. So, all right, give me 1 second here, and I will be right there. I just have to come over here to my machine so that, because I have my big one in here and it just takes up too much space for my recording area. So we just need this little guy. And I don't have any stickies over here. Okay. Alright, we're gonna pray that he doesn't shift in the movement, because I don't have any of my Post-it sticky in here. What's happening? Okay, now I know what's happening. Alright, I didn't have my extra piece in here to do my die cutting. So, one more try. Thanks for hanging out while I do the die cutting. Like I said, I'm sorry about that. Alright, here we go. Alright. Let me there we are. Okay, let me put the little guy away before I lose my seagull. Okay, so let's get that. I just wanted to get him stamped and cut out so he is ready to go. So we're going to do that and move him out of the way. That's done. That's done. Okay, so here's what we've got going on. He's going to go on the front. We've got this part and this part. Now we're going to work on this part next. Let's go ahead and add this on the inside first, because this is all done. And the way that you add this is you want it to hide behind your flip flaps, okay? So be cautious about where you are placing this so that it will be covered. So it won't be quite in the middle, kind of like that. All right? So there we go, and there we go. Okay, so that part is done. All right, let's work on this next step. So we have a piece of Pool Party, which is 3x3, and then I have a piece of Basic Beige, and 3 inches, but it's short, and I don't need it 3x3 because I'm just going to take this and I am going to create my sand coming down this way. And I'm doing that by just taking this and ripping it towards me, get it started. Maybe, there we go. And I'm just going to make this like a sand bar, kind of, you know, yeah, all the way down, kind of like to the point. So, and that's going to go here. But before we do that, we're going to do some sponging. And so I have Pool Party and I have Crumb Cake. And I have, you can use your blender brush, you can use your sponge daubers. I have sponges from, like I said, a long time ago, and they work great. These are things you could buy at any craft store also, if you don't have any on hand, but you know, use what you have. So let's start out with the Pool Party. So my idea is I wanted a little extra Pool Party here to make it look like we have some water going on. So I just stuck my thumb in that. Don't want to get it all over my other stuff. All right, so let's just grab some Pool Party, and I'm actually just going to start tamping on here so it looks like there's some, oh, I don't know if you can you see that, where it kind of looks like there's something besides smooth going on. And so I'm just going to make some like that, okay? I want to make sure I come down far enough. There we go. So just give it some texture look is what I was going for. So there's that. Now we need Crumb Cake. And I am going to just, again, take this, get some ink, and I'm just going to pounce this. And by using this type of sponge, it actually makes it look like this is sand. So if you have any of the old, if you've been stamping a while and you have sponges, see how it looks like sand? And then I'm going to take this, and on my section here that I ripped, I'm going to add this to that edge so it looks a little darker. I think I'm going to come around all the edges, just like that. Okay. It's a little darker than it'll be alright because the chair's going to go there. But see that? Doesn't it look like it's kind of like sand and water? That's what I was going for. Now, we're going to go ahead and use the grass again, the grass pieces. And what I'm going to do is move this here. If you can see that, I've got a small one coming off of the edge over here. So what I'm going to do, I didn't glue this down purposely yet because I want to see where I want this to show. So I want this to be like right here. So I'm going to move that and make sure I have one coming off of there. See that? And then I'm going to move this down, and then I'm going to stamp about in that area too. So, because if you stamp it together, you might get a little gap. So there's that. Okay, and then there's that one. I'm going to take this, I'm going to do another one kind of right here, and then we're going to use the larger grass. Okay, so this is going to be here, and so let's bring some grass there, and a little more, and bring a little bit over there. See that? Just like that. So now I'm going to take this, ink this up, and just bring this down. It doesn't have to be exact, okay? It does not have to be exact. So I'm going to do this and just bring those all over my sand. Okay? We've got a little interest going on there. Let's bring it up too far so you can see. All right. Looks like I'm going to do a little bit with this little one here. I'm going to bring that right there. Does it cover it up? Nope, there we go. All right. That's what we got. That one is done. And let me grab my cleaner. I got it all over the edge of the inking those up. And clean this one. Okay. All right. Now, remember I said we're going to use our, let's go ahead and tape this down. I'm going to go ahead and put this on my piece here, and that's just going to go right to the edge, just like that. Doesn't that look like a nice little beach scene? And then we're going to go ahead and put our chair together. Now, let me find my little piece here. Okay, we've got two pieces going on here. All right, so when you cut this out, there is this little piece that is in the die cut. I saved that because I'm going to glue it down right here. So for this, I am going to go ahead and use my liquid glue just because it's very small, so I can get tiny amount to come out and glue this down. Okay, so that's just going to go on this part of the die cut to show more wood grain, really. Now there's some other pieces in the dies that you could put and have this different colors and this a different color if you wanted. You could do that. This paper is some of our wood grain specialty paper but it's is online, that you can order that online right now. And I don't have the number over here, I'm sorry, but if you look in the designer papers, you'll be able to find it online at my right here. Sorry, right there, my website. Now for this one, I'm going to this is going to go in the front here, okay? And this is how I just take this tab. I'm going to put a little bit of glue here. All right. And that's going to go inside here and then glue in the back. Okay. That's going to glue down in the back. Now you see how you got a little opening there? That's where you want to just put a little bit of glue right here. Tiny bit. And that will hold that down for you. Okay? All right. Should have my silicone mat over here. Make my life easier. But that's good. I got it. All right. That's what we got. Now, that was silly. I just put that back in and I need to glue it onto here. Okay. So, let's get some glue on this guy on the back side. Okay, here we go. And just glue this down right on your little beach scene, sandbar scene, whatever you want to say. Go down the legs here a little bit. Come on. I probably should use my tweezers. That would work good. I've got the tweezers that came with this, my Stampin' Up the tray for embossing powders and stuff. Anyway, there we go. So we've got glue, so let's get this and put our chair kind of over here to the left. There we go. And get that glued down. All right, so there we have our little chair scenery. And then the next thing, so let's grab our piece over here. This is actually gonna go behind here so that, if I can get it in here, just like that, and slide it over a sliver more. Okay, so there we are. That's what we have with our foot flaps. Sorry, the glare, there we go. All right, that part is done. Next, let's go ahead and do the front, and then we'll do our banner piece. So your measurements for the front is, I have basic white, which is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. This is Misty Moonlight, 3 1/2 and 4 1/2. Now, you might say, well, how did you know how to use these colors? Well, on the package of the designer paper, it tells you the colors that coordinate with that paper, and Misty Moonlight is one of them that is in the listing, I believe. If you don't have if there's more listings online, when you look online, in the description of the paper, they'll give you a whole, a lot of times a bigger list than what's on the actual package of the designer paper. All right, so now this ice cream parlor that's on the beach goes next. And that's gonna just match up to coordinate. And there we go, a little piece there. And then let's put this down, and then we're going to work with Mr. Seagull and our sentiment kind of together. So this is going to go here on the front. Yep, make sure I'm right side up, just like so. There we go. So I will tell you though, this is a little bit thicker, so if you're going to put it in the mail, you probably need a little extra postage, okay? All right, so let's work on this tab that helps it stay closed. So what you're going to do, you're going to place this so that it looks like the seagull is kind of sitting on the roof, and his feet are going to hold this down, so kind of like that. See there? So this is about the area that I want it to be, so I'm going to just come over to here. I'm going to take this, and there's no score on here, so I just take this. It's going to come all the way around like you're going to make a belly band, but you're not, okay? Just like that, okay? Then that is going to get glued down before we add this to our 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So yes, and you're just going to glue right over your flip flaps there that you have on the back here. Now if you prefer to use liquid glue so it holds down well, then that's what you want to do. All right, so here's this. This is going to get matching all the way around, okay? And that's important to make sure you get that on before you put your white down. Put it onto your white. Okay, so there's what we have. See how that pops up? Our seagull is going to hold that down. This is what we're going to be stamping on. This is just, I think it's a 1/2 inch. Yeah, 1/2 inch, and it is 3 1/4. So what words? We're going to stamp relax, and what's the other word here? Today's your day again. Today's your day, relax. So there's that, and today's your day. So I am going to go with the crumb cake on the front since I'm stamping on the white instead of the designer paper, and relax is going to be in pool party. So I'm going to take the word relax, and it's just going to fit up here. Okay, and let's stamp that right there, just like so. Let's take today's your day, and that's going to stamp. Get my head up here. Hopefully I'm not in your way. That is going to go right here, just like so. It's a little crooked, but it's okay. It's a hand stamped card, right? All right. We're almost done. But I don't know if you've ever thought about using those flip flaps on your cards. It's pretty cool. I've seen a couple different ways that people have used them, making fun folds. Okay, got those clean and out of the way. So let's go ahead and, yep, see, that fits in there perfect. So let's get that onto our strip here, and kind of it's crooked, but that's okay. Oh well, you guys, right? Okay, so I'm gonna move this over here and just work on this side. Actually, we could probably move this all together so you could probably see better. There we go. We need a dimensional for our little guy here, so let me grab it. Let me see if it'll fit his whole body. Now you don't want a dimensional under the feet because the feet are what catches this piece. And so you've got your dimensional on the full part of the body, and you're going to lay this down, and you want to make sure the feet are going to catch, and there you go. See that? There's our card. So we have our little seagull is holding down our flap. Today's your day, relax. And you open this up, and you just have a design with the whatever designs you want. You could put I don't know if a gift card would fit in one of the flip flaps. You could actually tape a gift card inside, but I put this here so that you can write your sentiment. And then you've just got the nice relaxing beachside chair, and there you go. So if you like the card, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you watched the video here, and if you like this suite, I think that there's a whole lot that can be done with this suite. These are the two that I created here in this video. So thanks for watching, and make sure to hit the thumbs up and like button so that this will go out to more people, and more of my videos will inspire folks to do something with their Stampin' Up! Product. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.